Hey guys, Rob McDonald here, and today is day 2 of a 3 or 4 day solo camping trip I'm doing, and it's been wonderful so far, just getting out by myself. It's pretty cold, there's frost on the ground in many places. I know you can't see it here, but where there's no trees, there's frost, so it's chilly, but I'm dressed for it, and I'm really enjoying myself. And I want today's blog post to be about being alone in the woods and making sure that you spend time alone in the woods. Because it's really valuable for a lot of different reasons. Number one is you get to do things that you don't necessarily do when other people are around. You tend to explore a bit more, you be more in tune with yourself. You get to see so many more things, more animals. And a lot more becomes apparent to you. You get to see so many more things than if there's other people around. Another reason why it's great to go by yourself is that you're not on anybody else's schedule. So you can do what you want when you want. And you might find yourself being more energetic or less energetic, and you get to find these things out for yourself. So it's really interesting to see how your schedule changes when you have nobody else's schedule to worry about. But the number one most important reason that I wanted to talk about for being alone in the woods is you can't get away from yourself. If you go out to the woods by yourself for any extended period of time, being a day or 2 days or 3 or 4 days like I'm doing right now, you're going to keep running up into yourself. You have no distractions. And you're going to have to face whatever demons that are running around in your head. Like, we all have them. I do, you do. And especially in this society, there's a lot of things coming at us and a lot of things that we've had to go through in our lives. And going out by yourself in nature just gives you a chance to face those things that you've kind of distracted yourself from in day-to-day life, whether it's through your work or through your relationships with friends or your significant other, or whether it's watching TV or playing games. There's so many distractions, and it's really easy to not have to face the things that are really going on inside you. But when you're out here all by yourself, there's nothing. There's you and there's nature. I mean, you can distract yourself to some extent by doing the activities I talked about before, like exploring and watching animals and stuff. But especially when it gets to nighttime, it's just you and your mind and everything that comes up. And that can sound scary. Some people are like, oh, I don't want to deal with all that stuff. Well, it's there anyhow. Whether you deal with it or face it or not, it's there. It's underneath. It's inside of you. And, it's doing things to you. It's doing things to how you think. How do you react to situations? It can affect your health. So it's always there, whether you want to deal with it or not. So I find that for me, it's really great to be able to come out here and face those things, and it's a lot healthier for me. I get to go through my problems in my head, or feel things come out in my body. And I find nature to be just so meditative. I come out here, and it's better than any meditation I do at home without even meditating. Now, if you meditate on top of being out here alone, that's the bee's knees. But yeah, I meditate a little bit, but not so much. I don't need to. I come out here all by myself, and I have just all this space to be with myself and be present. And that's the biggest thing being alone in the woods can do for you, and it does for me, is it brings you into the present moment, and you're experiencing not only what's around you, but also within you in the present moment. And to face that and let that come out is just so nurturing. And yeah, at first, like, if you don't do this as a regular practice, you're gonna have stuff come up that's scary. Like, I don't know, maybe you're not experienced with being out in the woods all by yourself. You go through a night, and that's scary. There's all these sounds, you don't know what they are, and it's really unnerving. So I recommend doing this as a regular practice. Come out like twice a year or something like that, at least. And that way you get experience doing this, get experience with these surroundings, and you also give things a chance to come up more frequently. Instead of, you do this once in your life, a whole bunch of things are going to come up, and that's going to be really hard. But if you can do this twice a year or more frequently, stuff's not going to have all that time to build up. So you get to deal with things much quicker, and they don't have time to like sit in you and fester and grow into this big whatever it is. So that is my biggest reason for coming out here. And that's why I'm out here right now for these few days. I just want to sit with things that I've been struggling with for the past couple of years, because it's been 2.5 years, I think, since I've done a solo trip out of the woods for longer than a day. So this is really necessary for me, and I'm really using this opportunity to let things come up and see the things that are bothering me, see the things that I've been thinking about that I want to do, and really feel what's right for me. So this is a really valuable experience for me, and I'm happy to have the opportunity to share it with you. Hopefully you go out and spend some time alone in the woods, and maybe you'll have some stories to tell to whoever you spend lots of time with, and maybe they'll go out in the woods alone too, and you can share stories, and you can go to the same place together and talk about how you experienced it. And it can be a really good thing, not only for yourself but for your relationships as well. So I'm Rob McDonald. If you're watching this on Live Wild, great. Leave a comment, like it, dislike it, engage somehow, share it with your friends. And if you're not watching on Live Wild, go there, livewildschool.com, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the future.